All right, middle of the week upload. So I just saw the Nintendo Direct. What day is it? February 9th, 2022 one. I have thoughts. I actually just put up a post on amiibodoctor.com about my immediate thoughts. Like I was actually writing that as I was reading the post. I was writing that as I was watching the the Direct. We'll just start by saying, seriously? No Steven Minman release date? What? Like, everything lined up. I did the post. I said, hey, this is probably gonna happen. You know? No Steven Min. Oh my god. Nintendo. Really? Alright. Fuck me, man. I think I outlined in that post. It was like 4 months. So they said spring 2022, right? 4 months until the end of spring. There's no CPSIA filings for them. None of that. None. When are you going to release this thing? You know, if this thing gets delayed, I don't really care because I can use them in Smash, but I think everyone else is going to cry. So, I'll take my shoes off. I got home at like 4:02. So like right at the end of the Fire Emblem trailer. That explains why the Byleth Amiibo was going to get reprinted. Which is, it works for me. There we go. Yeah, no, I don't know. That makes sense, at least. Having the Byleth get reprinted. I don't know. Some people were very insistent. Oh, it's because of a new Fire Emblem game. It's because of a new Fire Emblem game. And I was like, well, like, Nintendo reprints shit oftentimes for no reason. So, would it really be because of a Fire Emblem game? Because if my thought process was, if it was going to be because of Fire Emblem, there would also be Fire Emblem Amiibo getting reprinted, not just Smash Series Byleth, But apparently, nope. So that was kind of annoying. Earthbound. I was planning to do in chronological order, but holy shit! Earthbound! Alright. Oh my god. Like, every Earthbound fan wants 2 things in life. Wants 3 things in life. Mother 3, like in English, Mother 4, and then a girlfriend. The third one Nintendo can't really give, but the first 2, no, in all seriousness, no, I fucking love the Mother series. I really do. A little hard to explain just how much I love it. I love the Mother series in the same way that people love Shakespeare. That people who love Shakespeare, right? Because not only is it like so rich for analysis and theory and all that, it's also just artistic. It is artistic as fuck. Compare that to the creative wasteland that is the Kirby series. Dude, okay. Alright, I'm gonna shit on some people here. Kirby fans have no taste. At all. None whatsoever. It's the same game. If you've played Kirby Superstar, okay, you've played every Kirby game. Alright? Dog. They're different. Like, I'm talking about like 2D Kirby games. I know that they're spin-offs, alright? I know that Kirby, whatever that one microtransaction game on the Switch was, right? I know about that. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about 2D Kirby games. They're all just reskins of Kirby Superstar. But Doc, in this one, you can turn into a machine. So what? Who gives a shit? It's one mechanic. Otherwise, it's exactly the same game. Mario has this problem too. 2D side-scrolling Marios, they have the same problem. I would say probably the last reasonably original 2D side-scroller was actually New Super Mario Brothers. Ironically, it's been so long that we could get a new Super Mario Brothers, and it would be like the same length of time between world and new. But anyway, no, dude, Kirby fan, y'all need to have some taste, Anyway, all right, I'm done shitting on people for 5 minutes. No, dude, Earthbound. Oh, fuck yeah, man. Now, my question is, which version of Earthbound Beginnings are they going to release? I don't remember which one they put on the Wii U. And they're probably just going to put the one that they put on the Wii U on the Nintendo Switch Online. Most likely. Because it wouldn't take much to patch it and figure all that out. But I don't know. Like, the whole Nintendo Switch Online structure just never made sense to me. Okay? Like, here's the thing. Alright, here's the thing. Nintendo has been emulating their own games for... The first Nintendo-made emulator that I can think of is Animal Crossing on the GameCube. It had the Nintendo Entertainment System emulator built in, and is actually like a nearly flawless emulator, if I remember correctly. Okay, so on the GameCube they did that, and then they emulated N64 with Ocarina of Time Master Quest, right? And then the Wii had the Virtual Console. The DSi had some of that as well. Wii U had Virtual Console, right? The 3DS, right? So, like, Nintendo, they haven't figured out emulation by any stretch of the imagination. If you played Super Mario 3D All-Stars, you know what I'm talking about. But, or the NSO expansion pack, you know what I'm talking about. But they're familiar with emulation, at least of their NES, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance titles. And DS, didn't the Wii U have DS titles on it? So, like, it's just ridiculous that... Here's the... What am I trying to say? Doc, what are you trying to say? What's your case here? I'm trying to think like a lawyer. What's your case here? What's your legal issue? Okay. Was Earthbound... Was Mother 1 and 2 ever on the 3DS? I think Earthbound wasn't it? Let me look this up. So it's silly that Nintendo is waiting for 4 years, 5 years into the life of the Wii U. Was it on 3D? It was on 3DS. Okay, I was remembering that correctly. No, it's just ridiculous that they're waiting so long, I guess. Like, they've been emulating N64 games for literally since the GameCube. Like, literally since the GameCube, they've been emulating N64 games. They can't get that right. The emulator's gotten worse since the Wii. Okay, because the Wii actually had a pretty damn good N64 emulator. It wasn't the best, but for what it had at the time, that was good. It could run Paper Mario. Like, N64 emulators could not run Paper Mario very well until... Well, okay, let me explain what I'm talking about. It always had, like, rendering problems. Paper Mario did. But I never had those problems on the Wii version of the game. But anyway, sorry, I'm following a million things at once. No, it's like, you could make the argument for Mother 3 that, we can't put it in the United States because, I don't know, political issues, magic... Whatever the argumentation is that you want to make, you could probably make it, okay? And you can say, oh, well, that's ridiculous because Nintendo and transgender characters and all that. Would they even count as transgender? Like the Magypsies in Mother 3? Because they don't... I don't know. It's actually been a couple of years since I played a Mother game. Just in general. And it's been... I think I tried some Mother 3 last summer. Anyway. But no, like... I don't know. If they're not going to bring Mother 3, they're not going to bring Mother 3. Fine. We have translations. All right. But waiting so long to bring Earthbound and Mother 1, why? Why? I just that doesn't make it... Like, literally everything ever is getting put on the Nintendo Switch, right? The Nintendo Switch is the real successor to the Wii, in my opinion. I don't consider the Wii U to be a console. I consider it to be an upgrade, right? It's like it's the Wii 1.5, all right? The Switch is the second Wii. Ridiculously well selling. I think it actually outsold the Wii in terms of sales volume the other day, like lifetime. Every fucking game in the world is on it now. Motion controls, right? I mean, like, let me grab this. This is basically a Wii remote. You realize that, right? It doesn't have a plug-in for the nunchuck. which is where this comes in, you know. I mean, that's what the Joy-Cons are. They're Wii remotes. You ever notice the like basically identical form factor on them? Yeah, they're the same thing. All they did was take the Wii U gamepad and put Wii remotes. I mean, it's a Wii U gamepad is what the Switch is, right? So if you're not like seeing the similarities and the identicalities between these, then you're missing out, because it makes a lot of sense when you look at it. But no, this is the Wii again. Everybody's playing this shit, right? Brought a whole new dimension to gaming. The Switch, much like really after like 2 or 3 years of the Wii's lifetime, you know, nobody gave a shit anymore. Like, people still gave a shit because that was their favorite console. It had great games, right? But about the motion controls, nobody really cared, right? Nobody gives a shit about the Switch being portable all the time. There's a couple of people who do, right? But those people have probably gone to the Switch OLED or the Switch Lite or something along those lines. They're not, you know, doing what they show off in the commercial where you play it on the bus, and then you play it in class, and then you take it home and put it on the TV. And, wow, what's on the big TV? And you wake up the next morning, put it on the bus again, right? Nobody really does that. Maybe in Japan they do, but not in the God-fearing United States of America, right? So why wait? I mean, you know, one of the things we learned with Super Mario Galaxy on 3D All-Stars is that the Switch, just like the Wii U, is just a Nintendo Wii. It's got better graphics chip, better processing, right? But it runs Galaxy natively. Do you realize that? It runs Galaxy natively. Do you know that? I don't think you did. Maybe you did. Well, good for you, okay? So the fact is, I don't understand why the emulator's getting worse, and I don't understand why Nintendo's waiting to put out all of these great games that they know people are going to love, right? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, especially with something that's as subpar, we'll get to Mario Kart 8 in a second, by the way, as subpar as the Nintendo Switch expansion pack, which is ludicrously expensive and you get no benefit for it, right? Made no sense to me whatsoever. Really just doesn't. You know, if you're going to try and sell somebody a massively overpriced upgrade that they don't need, okay, find a reason that they need it. All right? So, you know, and you could, oh, well, the N64 emulation, well, that's a good reason to get it. No, it's not. The N64 emulation sucks. Oh, well, the Animal Crossing DLC, well, that's a good reason to get it. No, it doesn't. That's going to cost you like $25. It'd be cheaper to just get it separately and get a free emulator. Right? It's like, there's just no point. Oh, well, the Mario Kart 8 DLC, well, it's also $25. Still cheaper to get the DLC separately, you know? Like, if Nintendo is going to go the way of DLC being free so long as you have an expansion pack or something along those lines, especially for the next console, I could see that being profitable, but I don't like it. I don't like it. I think if they had done that since the start of the Switch, that would have been a much better idea. Like, Nintendo Switch Online is free, Nintendo Switch Online is like, I don't know, $30 a year, but you get all your DLC free. That would have been much better. Because how much did the Smash characters cost? If you bought them individually, it was like $6 each. That was 11. Plus Piranha Plant, so 12. Yeah, 12. So, not including Mii's, not including any of that, that'd be $72 over the course of 3 years, right? Well, if somebody bought a $30 NSO subscription, they paid $90. That shit works, you know? Do that for Mario Kart 8, do that for Animal Crossing, you do that for whatever else. Then as a business model, that starts to make a lot of sense. Because you're okay, think about it like this. So right now, NSO is $20 a year. Expansion pack is, what is it, like 80 or something like that? Or is it 50? I think it's 50. Let me look this up. Nintendo Switch on. I never use voice to text because A, it always gets it wrong, and B, I don't trust that shit. Nintendo Switch Online membership. Yeah, those are all the heavily discounted ones. No, I'm talking about the real one. Where's the expansion pack? Nintendo's own website is not very easy to navigate. That's great. What's the price? It's not showing me the price. No, that's just online. Finally, okay, $50 a year for the NSO expansion pack. Fair enough. So I was right. So it was 50. Right. So, like, think about it like this. Let's say you're planning for your console to have a 6-year lifespan. $300 for the console, right? NSO expansion pack, $50 a year, times 6 years, right? $300 for the console, make the money back on the expansion pack. Because you get all the DLC. You get all the Nintendo Switch Online stuff, right? How much do you think it actually cost Nintendo to put a game that was already on the Wii, 3DS, and Wii U Virtual Consoles on Nintendo Switch Online? I'm sure it probably, it's not free, all right? But, like, the ROM's already prepared. The emulator's already made, all right? You've already, like, done the legal work, and that's really going to be the biggest expense is the legal work, to pass it through American product filters. So, why the delay? I don't know. I don't get it. I do not get it. But speaking of retro, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe deals. Oh, fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. I got a Wii U about a year before the Switch. No, I'm sorry. That's not all right. Because I did Smash 4 Wii U. Well, either way, let's see. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I never got the DLC for Mario Kart 8, for the original Mario Kart 8. And I never got Mario Kart 8. Fuck it. I'm going to buy Mario Kart 8 Deluxe right now. No, I'm not. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna go see if my used game store has a hard copy. I don't like digital copies of games. Anyway, no. You get like, what am I thinking of here? Well, basically, it's a fucking great idea. The DLC is a fucking great idea. I have a few Mario Kart games that I enjoy. I do not enjoy the rest of them. Right? I like Double Dash. I like N64. I like Super Circuit. I like Wii. You can see the generation that I aim for, right? Super Mario Kart is okay. A little hard on the eyes, but it's not as bad as people say. And it's really quite enjoyable, I found that it's a great game for a first date, actually. Well, obviously, later Mario Karts are probably better because nobody fucking wants to play that when they could play, like, Mario Kart 64. But then, like, Wii was good, but I got bored. I downloaded like the 5,000 track, 8 million character, whatever DLC pack, and I played that for about 6 months. And once I played everything, I got bored, and I was like, all right, I'm not coming back to Wii. That's enough. Never did unlock the last Mii skin on that though, and I have no regrets about that. And Mario Kart 8, I don't know, didn't really like it. It felt kind of lazy. Does that make... Am I allowed to say that Mario Kart 8 felt lazy? That's one thing that Nintendo does, is they put too much time into building out like a specific mechanic or gimmick, and then like the rest of the game just feels unfinished. Animal Crossing New Horizons, that's a big one. They had to rebuild the engine, right? Mario Kart 8, that's a big one. Just take my word for take my word for everything else. We'll see. Okay, so that's the thing. That's why Smash Ultimate had so much content. Actually, that's why, because it was a mod of Smash 4. That's what it was. Now it got modded so much, completely different game now. But they had to build it as if they had started on the new engine like they always do, wouldn't be nearly as many characters, right? And I think that's what Nintendo needs to make more use of when they have ambitions for a big game. Okay, it needs to be a mod. Realistically. It doesn't need to be exactly the same thing, it doesn't need to be completely different from the last one, right? Not only is that just wasteful of time, but it also means you can't put in as much content, But no, I really love retro tracks. I think track quality generally has kind of gone down. Mario Kart 8 had interesting tracks. Mario Kart 7, not so much. DS, not really. Wii, I didn't like half the tracks in Wii. I didn't like. I guess I'm surprised that they had the option. Here's a conversation that I'm sure I have like an 8% chance actually happened at Nintendo HQ. Okay. Executive. Yo, how do we get more money out of Mario Kart? Marketing undergraduate intern. Make a new one. Executive. What are you going to pay for it? Marketing. I have $3. Executive. Just, I don't know. How many tracks are you making for this new Mario Kart 9? I don't know. How many do they say in the direct? Like 20 something? 24? 24. Fuck that. Just put them on Mario Kart 8 so we don't have to develop a new engine and release a new game. Intern. Okay. Problem solved, right? I think what they did They scrapped Mario Kart 9 and just said, screw it! You're going to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's the best-selling game on the Switch. Everyone's going to buy the... They already had DLC for 8 Deluxe, didn't they? Who's texting me? Oh, it's for an assignment. I have a group assignment that I am going to be spending quite a lot of time doing this weekend. And then I have another assignment that I'm going to be spending quite a lot of time doing this weekend. And then I have another assignment that I'm going to be... yeah, you're seeing a pattern here. Tons of tracks, 48 courses. Oh, was it 48 courses? Oh, I'm sorry, that's in the whole game. Pfft, good job, Doc. DLC Pack 2 release date. Okay, there should be a list somewhere. Mario Wiki. If you ever don't know something, ask the Mario Wiki. Controls, difference in favor, unlocking criteria. Ooh, new Amiibo. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot Mario Kart 8 has Amiibo compatibility. I really just care about the tracks, honestly. I never gave a shit about the vehicle drivers that much. Courses. They don't call them tracks, they call them courses. 48 race courses in the game, including all 4 cups that were DLC in the original Mario Kart 8. I never did buy those DLC, really should have. These being the 25 courses introduced in the original game and 23 retro. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so was there like actually DLC for this game or what? Update history, there we go. A little bit of Amiibo functionality. A couple of game patches. I feel like I'm missing something. Nintendo Labo. That was an interesting experiment that I never believed would ever succeed at all. And boy, was I correct. Huh, okay, so it didn't get large content updates like the original 8 did. Well, that makes sense, I guess, because Deluxe is the content update, so that's fair. Either way. No, I think it's awesome. I think they definitely should do it. It's going to take a hell of a lot more DLC and a hell of a lot more benefit to sell that expansion pack. But anyway, it makes sense. It makes sense. And this is probably going to be the thing that gets me to get Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, honestly. I'm going to go see if I can buy a cartridge, and because, I'd rather get the physical version and support your local game store and all that jazz. And, what is it? Oh, I forgot my power strip was turned off. I was like, why is my Nintendo Switch turning on? So, makes sense. I get it. The Nintendo Switch sports thing was really odd to me. Like, I remember thinking aloud a while back. Maybe I might have said this in a podcast, actually, that Nintendo Switch needed a Wii Sports version when it launched, honestly. And they kind of tried to do that. They had, 1-2 Switch, which is the most exciting title that I've ever heard in any game ever. 1-2 Switch! Come on, boys and girls, let's go Switch! It's a fucking stupid game. People paid $60 for that game. You want to get a head count on all of the completely ignorant and annoyingly wealthy white parents in the world, okay? Just find who bought 1-2 Switch. That's it. Every single one bought it. All of them. It'd be like, of course, son, if you would like the game, you can have it. Oh, $60? That's nothing. Your mother's getting half the motorcycle on the divorce settlement. I can spend $60 if it's 30 of hers. So, anyway. Well, that was a direct. Still, nothing new. No new Amiibo. Nothing okay. No new Amiibo. Fine, fair enough. We got Steven Minman, but no release date. That's the part that confounds me. Honestly, I never understood in general why Nintendo doesn't lean into Amiibo more. But then It's kind of seems like they just don't want to release new amiibo. That's the vibe that I'm getting. Okay, is that Nintendo in general doesn't want to release new amiibo, and they have to be like convinced to do amiibo by the game developers. You know what I'm saying? Like, because okay, so this is, and I'm just theorizing stuff here. This is what I imagine the internal politics of Nintendo to be like. Okay, so you've got the renowned game developers who develop games, the producers, whatever the hell the word is, okay? And the developers know they need to make a return, because if their games don't make a return and they don't kind of blow out the sales records, they're gone, right? And what they do then is they find other ways to make money. And this was probably more prevalent during the Wii U and 3DS, all right? So what would happen is these game developers would say, hey, making a game, but I need to buff up my sales numbers. I need to buff up my profit margins. So can I get an amiibo? Right? And Nintendo executives who were more in support of amiibo at the time would say, yeah, sure, go for it. They'd sell an amiibo, collectors would buy the amiibo, game developer would say, yo, goody, I buffed up my sales numbers. See, we lost money making the game, but we made money selling the amiibo, right? Then Nintendo got wise and realized, hey, wait a sec. We could just spend the time introducing Amiibo functionality and instead put it into DLC. So they were like, okay, Amiibo do still make money, but you better have a damn good reason for it, all right? And so we stopped seeing like less popular games getting Amiibo, and instead only the more reputable developers, Animal Crossing, Sakurai, Kirby, right, getting Amiibo. Because Nintendo basically probably said, okay, our small developers who really aren't that good and tend to blow out the budget and overspend and not produce as good of a selling game may use Amiibo to make up for it. So we're going to be more restrictive with our Amiibo. And instead, whenever we have a game that we're pretty sure is going to sell really well, we're going to release Amiibo alongside it to buff up sales numbers. Instead of Amiibo being the bandage for the financial bleeding that these games produce, it'll be a steroid for games that are already successful and going to be muscular. Because let's be real, for as tasteless as Kirby fans are, okay, they're going to buy the Kirby game. It could be the worst Kirby game in the world. You could have a video of, I don't remember the announcer's name, you could have a video of, I don't know anyone who works at Nintendo. I don't know any of their names. I just realized that. Iwata's gone, Reggie's gone, I guess Sakurai, but he doesn't develop Kirby anymore. Huh. I never thought about that. Some Japanese businessman bending over, reaching up his own arsehole, pulling out a Kirby cartridge and saying, here's your new Kirby game. And Kirby fans would buy it because they love Kirby, because they have no taste. And the Amiibo would also sell, right? So they basically went from, fuck it, let's do Amiibo for everything, to Amiibo only on games that we know are going to sell, so the Amiibo can boost it, right? But then it kind of seems like just the executives in general are just tired of it. I think they supported it at first. I don't think they want to support it anymore. If there wasn't such a outsized financial incentive for Amiibo sales, I don't think they would do it at all. Honestly. So, but you know, that's kind of why we get reprints too. In general, I don't know about all reprints, but in general, that's why we get reprints. So, oh well, what else? What else did I talk about? What else happened? My phone's over there. I'll go. Let me pull this up. Let me reference my own post so I can remember what I said 45 minutes ago. Because my attention span is fucking shot. I have about 11 times more things to remember than the average bear. Oh, I forgot. My internet here is so bad I can't even load AmiiboDoctor.com, the front page of which has been optimized to be under 700 kilobytes. There we go. Fire Emblem, Kirby, Major League Baseball. Dude, yeah, go back and watch the trailer for MLB The Show. This is like the least exciting narrator ever. Like, you can probably tell by the audio quality that he's literally phoning it in, honestly. I mean, it's just... Alright. Xenoblade 3, I never liked Xenoblade, I don't know what to tell you. That is one thing I'll say. Nintendo fans get really upset when you don't like the thing that they like. I don't know what's the deal with that. Like, so I was talking to a guy the other day, he's at the engineering school, which is just right across the street from the law school at my university. And he is a big... Well, Xenoblade. But also, what was the other one? It was one of those more obscure franchises. Pokemon. No, I'm just kidding. No, he was a big Xenoblade fan. And I told him that I didn't plan on playing Xenoblade. And he was like, well, why not? It's such a great game. And I'm like, dude, like, I don't want to. There's nothing about it that interests me. It's just, it's just a typical JRPG with waifus. That's it. And I hate to tell you Xenoblade fans, but come on. And everyone's getting shit on today, and he didn't get it. He just didn't get it. I wasn't trying to be mean. I was being a lot nicer to him than I'm being right now. And he got mad at me. He was like, you're just not going to give it a fucking try, are you? And I'm like, no! I already told you I wasn't going to. He got really mad at me. Like, really, really mad at me. And I've just noticed this on the internet in general. That, like, it's just, man, maybe I'm just an old man. I just don't like the internet in general. I don't like the communities that exist on the internet or are primarily found on the internet. Sorry. I would rather sit down with people in real life at, like, I don't know, a restaurant or whatever people do to talk about video games and just BS and have eye contact. That's the big one, eye contact, but you don't get that on the internet. You don't get that on the internet. There's no way to get that on the internet. It doesn't happen. So instead, everyone's got their opinions and they whine and they complain. Oh, but this is so mean and this is so bad. This is so wonderful and you're a jerk for not liking. All right, I'm done. Sorry. I'm getting on my old man rant. So, what is it? 5:20? All right, I need to... Sorry. This is the time of day when I hit my second wind. Because you go to school all day for like 7-8 hours, and you try to... Right? You power down. Then you get your second wind. So, alright. Let's see. 5:20, crash at 10. I need to finish reading the Sibelius case for con law, and break that down into parts. And then read for property, and then read for crim. And then tomorrow, I will start on that summary judgment brief between con law and property, because that gives me like an hour-ish, and do that on my lunch break as well. Probably, yeah. So, okay. I have a lot of work ahead of me. Kind of always had a lot of work ahead of me. So... Alright. This is going to take like 5 hours to upload, so I better... Every second counts. I better stop this now.